I'd do a little video here. Corn cribs. I know one guy, Mr. Jimmy D, watches my stuff over in England. He doesn't know too much about how we dig corn over here in the States. But you see a lot in a lot of the older, smaller buildings, mainly to the east. And Midwest guys didn't do too much with it. But you'd have a corn crib along the sidewall of the shed, sometimes both sides, sometimes just one. What you do, those top boards, you'd nail them all on, but you'd fill it. You'd pull the flatbed wagon in and you'd shovel every year up in till you got the whole thing full. We haven't used this. It was probably mid-90s the last time we ever had to fill this crib. Now we just use it for storage, oddball parts for the combine or the pickers. You see something at the sale in case you need it one day, you buy it and just throw it in. We did cut a hole out to get into the other end a little easier. But I filled it twice when I got old enough to finally shovel that I could hit it, because you'd bore up and throw over the eaves. It was that last 2 feet was the hardest part to fill. It wasn't too bad when you just filled from about there up, but when you had to throw it over the top, that's when it made for the long day. But it wasn't as bad as shoveling it out from the far end up to here. That was the worst part of that. But back in, I think we were still hauling that to the mill to get ground yet. It was before we got a grinder. When the grinder showed up, it was different when you're standing in there bagging it into a 100-pound bag to throw in the truck to go to the grain mill, as it was to shovel it in straight to the grinder. It's better to carry a bag than a shovel full, but you used to do it. When you're a little kid, you sit on the wagon throwing them up over, thinking you're helping. They were different times. Now, you don't even pick it, you shell it, most of them. We still like it for feed value. Cob helps with filler and fiber. So we'll keep picking because grain bins are expensive. Those old corn cribs we got, they still work pretty good. That's cheap storage.